your host, Wyatt Banham, and I'm joined, as usual, by the boys, Liam MacArthur and Gianmarco Lamanna.
How's it going, y'all?
Hello, everyone.
Quick announcement before we get into it. New episodes of Ferda Tunez will be out every Friday before 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They'll be up on our brand new YouTube channel at Ferda Tunez with a Z, as usual. Go subscribe to us there. And backing off of our great news last week, the Raptors winning the championship, over 2 million people came out to celebrate at the parade downtown last Monday. Liam was in attendance. Tell us a bit about how that was.
It was crazy, man. Like, the vibe was just unreal. Like, it was one of the coolest events I've ever been to. Unfortunately, my time there was cut short. So there was a shooting. Obviously, you heard it on the news. It did affect me and my friends. We did have to leave early. It was just right after the player intros. But honestly, it was a lit day. It was cool to see all the players just getting lit on the bus. It was amazing, man. But yeah, unfortunate event that happened, but it was a great time.
Yeah, it was great to see all the videos and everyone celebrating, and just tragic that things like that just happen.
Yeah, it was a shitty mark on a great day.
Yeah, just men's love ruining things, bro. Like, I don't know.
We can't have nice things in this city,
really,
bro.
man. Like, come on, the first championship too. Like, come on. So, moving into the news of this week, XXL has announced their freshman class of 2019. If you don't know, XXL does a freshman class each year of up-and-coming rappers to look out for. It's usually about 10. So let's get into the list. It's always a pretty anticipated and interesting and controversial topic of the year, but it's always interesting to get in. So up first, we got Megan Thee Stallion. I was talking about her in, I think, the first episode. I'm fucking with her heavy. I'm bumping her a lot.
Yeah, I fucks with her track with Maxo. It was an unreal track.
That shit's hard. And her track with DaBaby, if you guys haven't heard.
I gotta check that out.
That's like, you guys would even you guys like that one. That shit's crazy hard. Tierra Whack. I've heard her, I think it was just like, I don't know if it was her debut project or what, but she had this album. It was 15 minutes, 15 songs. And it was mad weird, but it was really good. It was really interesting and interesting to say the least. I'm definitely gonna look out for her, so I'm happy she got this spot. And another female MC that I was super happy to see on the list is Rico Nasty. She's just been killing it. Like,
she really has. Like, her tape with Kenny Beats, Anger Management, right?
Yeah.
Fire. Man, that shit bang, bro.
That shit fucking
so
hard.
Bangs.
I really like Enrico. I'm definitely looking out for her.
She's on the come up, 100%.
100%. Another big come up, DaBaby dropped his I think his debut album, Baby on Baby, this year. That shit was fucking hard.
Shit was hard. Every song just slaps.
Yeah, it's just is great. I've been bumping it. He's hella charismatic, hella funny. He's so funny. Very, like, quirky beats. Fucks with him heavy. Moving on from there, we got Blueface. Blueface, baby! I don't know about that one.
Honestly, that's one of the ones I disagreed with a bit.
It's like the meme choice, I guess.
Yeah, you need a couple.
Yeah.
In there. They always put a couple in there.
Yeah, especially in recent years.
XL.
Yeah, especially in recent years, they've kind of catered to that, but Blueface is like
Deadlock slaps.
if I hear about Blueface and he's like still making the same music in a year, I'm gonna be pretty disappointed. I can't lie.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you on that one, man.
Yeah, another pretty solid pick, YBN Cordae. Definitely more of like a lyrical choice. He's definitely going harder than most of the people on this list that we'll follow up with.
Yeah, and I think he is the hardest one out of the YBN clan. Like, that's just my opinion. But that song with Chance the Rapper, Bad Idea.
Oh, yeah.
Summer vibes.
Man, that's a nice one, man. I'm definitely fucking with him. He's cool. We got Gunna. Definitely.
Not much to say. Just,
Definitely
not
not a surprise choice, but yeah. We got Comethazine there. Pretty dope choice. I think he's got some potential.
Yes.
He's hard as fuck, man.
But the songs are 10 seconds. But
but still, like, in those 10 seconds, it's just like,
he is like for what he is,
he is,
he's killing it right now. We got Roddy Ricch. I haven't heard too much.
I don't listen to it.
Only on
about him.
Chase the Money, really, with
Oh
E40.
and I wasn't like, it sounded alright. Maybe I'll
Wasn't
check.
too bad.
Maybe I'll check for him.
Yeah.
We got Lil Mosey. I'm not interested. I don't want to hear about this anymore.
I was shocked he got picked, man. Like,
I don't want to hear about.
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I don't want to. I'm not even gonna bother. I just hope he just. I don't know. All right. And last one, I had no clue. YK Osiris.
Yeah, I came out of left field. I have no idea who that is.
Never heard of him.
They could have picked so many more people over these people.
I'm
Well,
still.
Juice WRLD actually declined
Yeah.
the XXL.
Yeah,
I heard.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think he's bigger than that right now. Like he's already big enough. I don't think he needs the double XL.
no.
Yeah, I know. And yeah, I wanted to see Rich Brian on there last year.
Right? Yeah, that's
And
yeah.
I don't know. That's
Of course,
pretty wild
Max.
to me.
So
Maxo
Should have been on it.
I always said Maxo and Puya were always like
The ones that
contenders, but they just kept like low key getting bigger and bigger. So it's like it doesn't really feel right to give them like the freshmen now because they've like been in the game. But
yeah, Maxo's doing Maxo, Puya's doing Puya.
yeah, fuck they're certified. They don't need that shit. Getting into the BET Awards that took place on Sunday. It was a pretty star-studded event as usual. It's pretty crazy shit went down. Pretty usual BET shit. We'll get into the awards, who won, who didn't win, who got snubbed, who won some shit they didn't deserve.
Yeah, we can go from there. Yeah.
Yeah, video of the year went to Childish Gambino, This Is America. That's
I'm okay with that.
No surprise.
how
there,
you
yeah.
gonna, you can't argue that
Deserved.
one. That's a
I think I'll
fucking
deserve it.
crazy one. Best female R&B and pop artist went to Beyonce. You can't really argue that either. SZA and Teyana Taylor were nominated. I would have loved to see that, but it's Beyonce. Like,
Yeah, Queen Bee, bro.
yeah, best male R&B and pop artist went to Bruno Mars.
What did he release this year or last year?
I don't know.
I felt that Anderson .Paak should have
Should've
taken
won,
this
yeah,
one.
that's what I was
to
gonna
be
Or
honest,
even Childish
in
Gambino.
my opinion.
Even Chris Breezy. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, I don't know. I can like it's not a surprise. Bruno
Yeah,
Mars won.
I fucks with Bruno. Congrats to Bruno.
Yeah. Best female hip hop artist went to Cardi B.
No surprise.
Yeah.
Nicki Minaj was nominated. I feel like they're kind of gonna be battling for that
Pretty much.
for a while. At least Cardi B's been kind of winning recently, but whatever. Megan Thee Stallion was nominated though. That's big. That's big.
Huge.
Best male hip hop artist went to Nipsey Hussle over Drake, J. Cole, Meek Mill, Travis, and 21 Savage. Like,
Yeah, they gave it to him because
I mean,
not trying to
he
say
hasn't really been recognized before this, so I'm kind of glad he's getting some
It is,
recognition
but-
now.
yeah, it is like, it is what it is. Like, I'm sorry, he wouldn't have gotten the
award if he didn't die. Yeah,
Yeah.
And
That's
it
true.
it
They would've
suck-
gave it to
and
Drake
it
or
sucks
something.
to say that honestly, but
they would have
like,
given it to
good
Drake
for
or
Nipsey
Travis.
Hussle.
Yeah, no, like he definitely. I think he's my favorite artist out of. I like him the most out of all these artists. To be real,
That's what I was saying. Like with the list that's
I think
listed
I would
here,
say he's like the most. Like probably I don't know. Like I definitely fuck with his music more than I do any others on here.
Really?
Yeah, I think Victory Lap is probably better than like
Scorpion.
most projects that these people
Astroworld?
release it. Yeah, definitely better than Astroworld. I wouldn't say better than like Rodeo or like, but
Anything like that.
I'd say I
Yeah,
would
they
definitely
should-
say he was a good choice. But
Oh yeah. He wouldn't have won if he didn't die. I think,
yeah,
Still, which sucks. but-
it's like it's a shame. It's like it's just I don't know. It's a touchy subject and it's weird, but
Yeah.
is what it is. Best new artist went to
Lil Baby?
Lil Baby over Juice WRLD and Blueface was nominated. Like what? This category is a fucking mess.
I don't know how
That's
the
new,
baby's not in there, bro.
DaBaby's not in there, and he performed
Or
at
that
the.
night, yeah. He
It's a
performed
damn
Shug.
shame, bro. Damn
It's
shame.
weird as hell. Best group went to Migos. I swear they've won that category like the last like 6 years.
Probably.
I'm
They won-
surprised they won over the Carters though, because that tape was like pretty
Yeah.
hard, man.
Definitely. Best collab went to Sicko Mode with Travis and Drake. Album of the year went to Cardi B, Invasion of Privacy.
Over the Carters and
This
Astroworld.
I'm sorry, this whole fucking.
The nominations were whack.
This
too.
is. I don't think any of these are album of the year even close.
No.
It's Cardi B, Invasion of Privacy, LMI, self-titled, Meek Mill, Championships, The Carters, Everything Is Love, and Astroworld. I don't know. I don't see could see ghosts. I don't see swimming. I don't see the
it's-
Carter 5. Bro, that Carter 5 should have been recognized more last year, bro. I'm sorry. It was big, but...
It wasn't big enough.
Facts. That was a big-ass album. In other award news, Cardi B took home the Songwriter of the Year award at the ASCAP Awards. I'm going to call them the ASCAP Awards because that's some bullshit. I'm sorry, but literally on the award, it shows songs that... It shows like a list of her songs, and her song Be Careful is on there. And it literally came out like before that song was even released that it wasn't her song. She didn't write it. And it was a pop record. So people weren't like that upset or whatever. But how are you going to win Songwriter of the Year? And there's literally multiple songs on there. I think one for sure that you just full on didn't write. Like, what the fuck? That makes no sense to me. No Name even called her out. This other female rapper on Twitter. Like, yo, what? That doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. I feel like most of these awards today are just based off popularity, not about the music itself.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, like...
And like...
I don't know what else to say about it. Like,
and like, fuck, I kind of like Cardi B, but like, yo, I don't know why, like, people are acting like she's the next Michael fucking Jackson or some shit.
like she's only dropped one album.
And it, like, I'm sorry, people suck that album's dick. Like, that shit won, like, Album of the Year at BET. We just talked about it. Other things, too. Like, you're chopped. It wasn't that good.
No, it was a popularity contest.
It was a good rap album.
Exactly,
That was
it's a popularity contest.
That's all it is.
Yeah, bro, we'll give that to Daytona.
Alive?
It was also recently, it was the 1 year anniversary since XXX Tentacion's unfortunate death. They have... apparently a new album on the way and a new documentary on the way, and I don't really get why. His last posthumous album was pretty shit, and everyone kind of said it was shit, like even his fans from what I saw. And a documentary is just, I don't know. I saw there was a Mac Miller documentary in the works, and then it got shelved. All I'm saying is if X gets a documentary and Mac Miller doesn't get a documentary, I'm throwing a riot.
Grade A bullshit.
Like, come on. Fuck. I don't know about that one. Ed Sheeran released the track list for his upcoming album coming out July 12th, and it's pretty interesting list of features, to say the least. So, the highlights are Cardi B, Eminem, 50 Cent, Chance the Rapper, A Boogie, Meek Mill, Travis Scott, Young Thug, Bruno Mars, Chris Stapleton, and Skrillex. And there's more.
On an Ed Sheeran album.
Man, this like just blows my mind. It's definitely the weirdest track list I think I've ever seen.
I think
for his type of sound.
Yeah, this might be like the biggest train wreck of like an album rollout that like, bro, like how is that gonna sound good? I'm sorry, I'm not gonna listen to it straight up.
No, I'm probably not gonna peep unless somehow people are saying, "Oh my god, it's fucking fire."
Yeah, like I don't know, man. Like maybe I'll just skip to the Young Thug feature. We'll see. In Hollywood news, 50 Cent and Alicia Keys are getting a star on Hollywood Boulevard. So like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's good for 50 and good for Alicia Keys. They both like are talented individuals.
Yeah, 100%. 50 deserves a star based on his Instagram own in the last like 4 years. I'm sorry, he's like an internet god at this point.
It's amazing.
It's hilarious. Nicki Minaj and Miley Cyrus have kind of reignited their beef. Miley kind of said something stupid in a song, and Nicki just kind of lashed out in a magazine. I hate Miley Cyrus, and she just keeps bringing herself, trying to like throw herself in the spotlight with all this just bullshit and like trying to like just fuck with like hip hop, and then she went back to like the country shit for a while, and it's like, yo, just fuck off. Like, I'm sorry, I can't stand her.
No,
It's very cringe. Like, I find
it's like no one
her
cares.
whole Twitter's
Like
just
no one
cringe.
cares about her, and she's turning into a is it Amanda Bynes, that girl that went fucking crazy?
Yeah.
Like, yo, come on. Like, I'm sorry, I'm just fucking done with her, yo. I watched Hannah Montana when I was a kid with my sister, but come on, I'm not fucking with her anymore.
Like, come on,
Get out
man.
of here.
Fuck
She
her.
had that one banger, bro. Fuck it. And bringing it back to Toronto, Drake says he's in album mode. So let's get excited or nervous for that.
I hope Tay Keith just produces half the shit, man. Because when they hook up,
that would be
like,
slab.
come on, like when they hook up, they
Non-stop.
drop bangers on bangers.
Nonstop is hard, even with Drake's bars.
Even with Drake's bars.
I mean, so I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully it's good, but I'm not expecting too much. Lil Durk has been released on bond. We talked about him last week. He was like in for like attempted murder. So, shit, dope for Lil Durk, I guess. Getting into album announcements, Maxo Cream announced a new album coming July 19th. It's called Brandon Banks. I'm fucking hyped.
I am so amped for this album. Man.
Everyone should be.
Yeah, honestly, if you haven't fucked with Maxo Cream and you like some hard shit, yeah, he's dope. And apparently Travis Scott is going to be on the new album. I think I saw that somewhere.
Really?
I'm pretty positive. Megan Thee Stallion's on it.
Really,
That's gonna be a hype one, man. I'm hyped.
He's just getting bigger and bigger. Like, I just can't wait for it, man.
Yeah, man, he's
Straight up.
fucking talented. He's raw. Also dropping July 19th, Iggy Azalea's new album. It's called In My Defense. I'm not checking for this one, I'll tell you that.
No, like, definitely not a peep, but I mean, good for her. She's
still in
dodging
there.
the haters.
She has like a fan base, so that's like good on her. You know, keep it going. You know, she took some rough hits in the last couple years, so I'm not gonna shit on her too much.
Yeah, we'll leave her alone for now.
Isaiah Rashad from Top Dog Entertainment announced the title of his new album on Instagram Live the other day. It's called The House Is Burning. That's about all we know. I'm gonna wait for that one. I like Isaiah Rashad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's underrated.
hopefully it drops soon, because I'm like, it's been a while since we heard something.
Yeah,
from him, right?
it's been a good
So,
couple years, I think.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Has been,
and
actually.
Yeah.
He's always got those nice, chill tracks, just nice ball up tune.
Yeah, there's good ball.
I can see him having like really good features too, like with TDE. Like,
I could see it for sure, yeah. I see him, I think he posted a picture, it was him, I don't know who posted it, but it was either him or Kenny Beats, and they were in the studio together. So, like, yo.
shit's gonna be slapping
That
then.
shit's gonna be lit, yeah, I'm hyped. Moving into the new releases, we got Bandana dropping tonight, actually, on June 28th, or at midnight. Freddie Gibbs and Madlib. I'm like,
I'm staying up for this one.
oh,
man.
100%, man. I'm
staying
gonna
up.
booze for this one. I'm so excited for it. This is probably gonna be like my album of the year. I don't see. I don't
Really already, eh? You
Like,
just
I don't
have
know,
this
man.
high of an expectation
I
for
do,
this?
man. I'm fucking hyped, man. I'm really like, I got a lot of faith in both these guys. I think they're both fucking amazing, and I'm so excited to
I'm
hear what
super
they make.
excited for
All the singles they've dropped so far have been like, oh, like just quality. Also dropping tonight, Daniel Caesar, little fellow singer from Oshawa, actually, kind of close to the kids, close
He
to home.
blew the fuck up bro, for that one album. Like,
Yeah.
holy.
I seen Genius post Pharrell is on his new album, I believe, and a couple other people. So check out for that if you're a fan. Definitely a good one. Gucci Mane released an album called Delusions of Grandeur.
Slappers.
Yeah, it's pretty hard. I thought it wasn't too bad. Wasn't sure if I was a Gucci album that I was gonna come back to as much as like some of his other stuff that I really like. But if you're a Gucci fan, you're definitely gonna appreciate this one and slap it.
I really like the opening track, Bust Down. I feel like it was a great track to like start the
Honestly,
album
yeah,
off
I always feel like Gucci has really strong openers, and that was a fucking no exception.
with. 100%.
Solid one. Nicki Minaj released a new single, Megatron. It's got kind of like a dance hall vibe to it. I wasn't crazy about it. I'm sure her fans are gonna go insane. Like, it's definitely like a Nicki type of tracks, but I wasn't crazy about it. Okay.
And I really like Nicki. I just hope she gets back to those hard bars.
I
from
do,
her.
man, because when she sounds hungry and goes off, like, there's nothing like it. But there's just a lot of verses that are just kind of weak.
I feel like she's just getting distracted by all this beef, in my opinion. Like,
Yeah.
she had the beef with Cardi and now Miley. It's
There's
just-
always beef with Nicki and drama. She always she loves it, but like, yeah, I think if she just buckled down and dropped a fucking hard album, even like a mixtape with freestyles, I would fuck with heavy.
Exactly.
I would bump that all the
100%,
time.
bro.
88 Keys dropped a posthumous track with Mac Miller and Sia. It's called That's Life. And it's a fucking beautiful cut. Like, I fucking love it.
I couldn't help but just doing a little dance to it.
Yeah,
Man. It's just
man.
got that feeling, those
Bro,
summer
it's
vibes.
it's so nice. It's such a feel good track. Like, I couldn't help but just even get emotional at the end. Like, it's a fantastic song. If you're looking for just some like uplifting kind of jazzy hip hop, and you fuck with Mac Miller, must listen.
And this was the Mac Miller verse was recorded during the
around 2015 during his Good AM sessions for his album,
which is super cool.
Yeah,
that was a fucking sick album.
Yeah, and you can definitely hear it in like his tone and his bars and stuff like that. Lil Nas X dropped his EP called 7, and like that shit was a special kind of trash. At least I thought.
Yo, I fucks with Old Town Road though.
But like, it slaps. But like, oh my, bro, I couldn't believe how bad it was. It was actually kind of like scary.
I mean, I didn't really listen to it. Like, I just took your word on it that it was gonna be trash, and yeah, I don't plan on peeping it now.
Definitely not worth it. Like we mentioned earlier, YBN Cordae has a new song out with Chance the Rapper called Bad Idea. Hella feel good. It's a great track. I love it.
Yeah, it's a great summer track.
Yeah, I like it a lot. Chance's verse was crazy. Migos dropped a track, Stripper Bowl. I thought that shit was horrible.
A meme.
It literally sounded like a meme song.
I didn't peep it, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know. Not...
Still waiting for old Migos to come back.
Culture 3, bro.
That's thumbs down on that one. The Game actually dropped his first single off of his last album, Born to Rap, coming out sometime in July. I can't remember. I don't have it written down here. But the single's called West Side, and it's so hard. It rides. Like, I can't stop listening to it.
It's like a track like you bump in the whip at night when you're just like riding down the highway, man. It slaps. Like, it's good on the game.
Sounds angry on it. Makes me very excited for this new album.
Oh, 100%.
TM88 dropped a track with Lil Uzi, and I thought it was like just so generic. I didn't even want to bring it up, really.
Man, like, I'm a huge fan of Uzi, and his just latest drops have just been letting me down, man.
Just so forgettable. I don't know. We'll see. Lil Baby dropped a track with Future called Out the Mud. Same thing, pretty much. I thought it was pretty forgettable. Just whatever. Beat was okay. I don't know. E40 dropped a track with Quavo, Roddy Ricch, Schoolboy Q, and ASAP Ferg called Chase the Paper?
Chase the Money.
Chase the Money, yeah. Shit was hard.
It was definitely hard. Schoolboy Q and ASAP Ferg had the best verses for me.
Shit was
crazy. And E40's bars just had me laughing, bro.
Man, E40's great. I love his shit. And he has an album coming out soon, too. I believe it's something about paper. That's why I had paper in my head. I can't remember what the fuck it was called. Look out for that. Rich Brian dropped a new single. It's called Yellow. I know Gianmarco and I are pretty big fans of this guy and loved his last album. I'm not sure how I feel about this new one yet. It's like it's definitely interesting.
That shit was trash.
What didn't you like about it?
The whole song.
Yeah, it was too slow.
But like what?
It was slow. I didn't like the singing. Like, I just wasn't Rich Brian. It wasn't what I was looking for at all in Rich Brian. He tried to change the sound and it didn't work.
I feel you. I definitely got to listen to it a few more times. I thought it had potential, but I don't know. We'll have to see. Kevin Gates dropped a new single, Return of the Mac. He released an EP a few months ago, and it's got a new album on the way. I'm fucking with Kevin Gates. I
really like Kevin Gates, man.
Yeah, I'm definitely checking for that one. Comethazine dropped another like minute and 10-second long track. It's called Just Saying, but honestly,
shit was hard.
Shit was hard. I can't be mad at him. Yeah. That shit was hard.
Yeah.
The lead singer for Radiohead, Tom York, dropped his third solo album today, actually, on the 27th. It's called Anima, and I'm pretty hyped for that. It's definitely gonna be some slow, like, experimental emo rock type of shit, probably. Definitely interesting. I'm a fan, so check out for that if you're into that type of thing. Craig Zen from Members Only dropped an EP, Broken Kids Club, with the track with X. I believe we mentioned that was super hard.
Oh man.
Yeah, I listened to the EP. I wasn't crazy about it. There was like a good couple tracks that just were like the complete opposite of that X track, like kind of like the singy emo stuff that like X got into.
Really? Because Craig Zen's usually like that hard rapper.
Yeah, he really he has a lot of hard shit that I like, and there were other tracks on there that were like good, but yeah, I wasn't crazy about that one. Big Crit dropped a new song off of his upcoming album Crit Is Here. It's Addiction with Lil Wayne and Saweetie, and that shit was really good. I loved it. Like I loved Crit and Wayne's verses on there. It went hard.
I still have to peep because this just recently.
Yeah,
dropped, right?
this came out like 2-3 days ago or something.
Yeah, I still gotta peep. I'm lacking, bro.
She was really good though, man. I'm telling you. DJ Mustard dropped a track with ASAP Rocky, ASAP Ferg, YG, and Tyga, and he has a new album on the way. The track was called On God.
I liked it.
Yeah.
Except for Ferg did the hook and it wasn't a good hook.
I didn't like it. I thought it was.
The verses were alright.
I thought it was like just
Ferg's like
kind of forgettable.
hit or miss lately, bro. Like, cause on Chase the Money, he had like a pretty decent verse.
Yeah.
I found. Like,
there's also
They should have just got someone else to do the hook. I don't know why they picked out of everyone. They picked Ferg.
why do Bear Mans want Ferg on the hooks,
I don't
man?
understand
He's
that.
not a hook guy.
ASAP Ferg also has a new song out with City Girls. I haven't listened to it, but I heard a snippet and like it sounded like unlistenable. And like even his his last track with Rocky, I think it was called Pup or something. Shit was garbage. Like I don't know, man. I'm really losing hope for Ferg.
I think him, like Ferg and Rocky, are just experimenting with different styles of beats, and it's just sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's
Yeah, I feel you. I don't know. I'm worried for Ferg. I hope he can get some slaps in
I
at least.
really love Ferg.
On Flying Lotus's Brain Feeder EP, this guy Little Snake dropped an EP, Lost in Spirals, and that shit was insane. It was like hella experimental, electronic, kind of trappy, fucking wild. So, what do we think is our best new release of the week, boys?
I'm gonna go with The Game and West Side just because this track just got me hyped for the album, and it fucking slaps.
Yeah, it's definitely a hard one. Good choice.
I picked Illusions of a Grandeur. I listen to that all the time, but because I'm a big Gucci Mane fan. But yeah, that's my favorite.
Yeah, that was my second.
Yeah, that was a good track for sure. Mine was definitely the 88 Keys and Mac Miller and Sia track. I can't stop listening to it. I love it. I'm obsessed with it.
There's so many good releases this week.
This was a good one, yeah.
It was a good week.
Moving on to our classic of the week, we're gonna switch it up a bit, get into some good old classic rock, bit of 70s rock for us. Gianmarco, what's the pick? What's the classic of the week today?
For our classic of the week, we're gonna go. If not the greatest rock album of all time, one of the greatest rock albums, Led Zeppelin 4.
Definitely.
Their fourth release came out in 1971. The whole thing was produced by Jimmy Page, which I think is the best guitarist of all time. He innovated it and just people today are still like using techniques that he created and his rhythm patterns and stuff like that, the way he played guitar. So,
Definitely a big legend.
yeah. A lot of people think it's their best album. I agree with them. It has classics: Black Dog, Stairway to Heaven, Rock and Roll, When the Levi Breaks. Like, it's just a versatile album. I think every track's 10 out of 10 personally for me.
Yeah, honestly, it's a pretty flawless album. It's hard to argue. It's just quality front to back. It's just one of the most like important rock albums ever. 100%, I'd say.
Yeah, it's definitely a rock album I visit often.
Yeah.
Like when I'm in the rock and roll mood.
100%, a great like road trip album. Any Led Zeppelin, really, yeah.
Yeah.
And if you haven't really got into Led Zeppelin, definitely a good place to start, I'd say. If you're just want to dive in for a few quick listens, I think on the first track, Black Dog, we were talking about the guitar riff on there is like one of the best I've ever heard. Definitely one of my favorites, at least.
It was the first Zeppelin record I actually visited.
Yeah?
Actually, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's a good one, man.
Yeah.
Great choice.
Speaking of Led Zeppelin, we're going to transition into our Prove Me Wrong segment. And for this segment, I think that Led Zeppelin is the best rock band of all time, personally. the only thing to hinder that opinion for me is the fact that John Bonham died in 81, and it just cut their time short. Like, they could have had, I think they had potential to put out way many more classic albums. But I just think when you combine influence with music, like their influence with the musical styles that they combined in their music, there's a lot of, and like I said, Jimmy Page, like he reinvented the guitar. He used to play the guitar on stage with the thing he used to play violins with, the bow, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah, like he used to do stuff like
that's wild.
that. Like everything about them. John Bonham played drums differently. Like he was so hard on drums. And the lead singer, like
Robert Plant. Yeah, I definitely think they're one of the most like versatile bands, like just with their sound. Like you can hear it, especially in I'd say like Led Zeppelin like 1 or 3. It's just songs on there that just like there's blues rock, there's roots rock, there's just all this like other shit, hard rock. There's like elements of metal and shit. Yeah. Like they're really fucking.
They tried to combine everything and it worked out well, I think.
Yeah, honestly, they were just kind of it was great. We were a great band.
Yeah, and it's tough to prove you wrong, John. The only thing is, like, I go back and forth between these bands. Like, I go back and forth between Led Zeppelin, Beatles, Queen, Pink Floyd on who's, like, really the greatest of all time.
Those are my, like, picks, too. Like, Pink Floyd is definitely, like, my favorite band of all time. But, yeah, I definitely can't prove you wrong, but I would definitely argue that I would say Beatles, Queen, Beatles. Led Zeppelin, and Pink Floyd are all like solid choices. Like,
I agree.
Even if like if I met someone who said like The Who was the greatest band of all time, I'd be like,
I can't argue.
I'm not mad at you. Yeah. Like I'm not, it is what it is.
Of course.
So stepping into that, we'll see how we feel about each other's lists. This is our top 10. We're doing our top 10 rock artists. So this is rock bands, rock solo artists, things like that. So at the number 10 spot, I have Jimi Hendrix. Legend, one of the greatest guitarists of all time. Undebatable. I don't care. What do you guys got?
I had The Doors, but Jimi Hendrix is like a solid place, I think.
Yeah, that's a really good place.
Doors is Doors is definitely a good choice.
Yeah, I fuck with The Doors heavy.
I miss them. Shit.
At number 10, I actually have the Eagles.
Okay, definitely a great choice.
It's kind of low still.
I mean,
bro, that's kind of low.
Well, if that's kind of low, then I don't know, because my number 9 spot is the Eagles.
Oh,
so
kind of low.
Fucking. All right, what do you have at number 9?
I had Hendrix.
Oh,
that's what I said. So it was like I had him around there. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
He just died too early, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's facts.
Yeah, so sad. At number 9, I actually have the Doobie Brothers.
Okay,
I fucks with the Doobie Brothers heavy.
Fucks with the Doobie Brothers
bare
heavy.
vinyls at home.
Listen to the music is like one of the best songs ever like created. I think like
they just made fucking beautiful music.
I need that fucking record, man. I'm jealous you of that. My number 8 spot is the Rolling Stones.
So I have them at 8 too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Really, eh?
Yeah. I don't like them as much as the Beatles, but...
Yeah, I'm not personally crazy about them, but you definitely
have to conclude them. Yeah.
they're
it's one of those ones.
One of the greatest for sure. Like, you can't not say that.
Yeah.
I actually have AC/DC. It's a band I fucked with when I was a kid to now, so it's kind of like a personal pick for me.
100%. No, it's definitely a good choice, too. They have a very consistent discography, and I actually had them, like, close to my list. I was thinking about putting them. Actually, he was the guy, the AC/DC was the one I took out.
Really?
Yeah, I had him at 10.
Oof. Wow.
Sick.
And my number 7 spot might be a bit of a personal pick, but David Bowie. I think just one of the best artists, like, ever. Big Bowie guy.
Fucking love David Bowie. He's in my top 15.
I don't know how you can't. Like, he's Bowie. I don't know.
Inspiration's crazy.
Yeah.
A lot of influence, I think.
Yeah, tons.
Yeah.
What do you got, John?
AC/DC.
Yeah?
Yeah. I wanted to put them higher, but I couldn't. Out of respect for the other bands.
At number 7, I actually have Black Sabbath.
Oh.
Heavy metal.
Yeah,
the OGs.
Definitely an OG pick.
OG of heavy metal.
Mm-hmm. At number 6, I have The Who, one of my personal favorite bands. bare classics.
I love The Who, man.
Yeah. Some of the greatest rock albums ever under their belt.
And the movie Tommy, the soundtrack on that. Crazy.
Great one. Big one.
I had Queen at 6.
It's kind of low.
No, you can't tell me that. But then you guys had the Eagles at 10. You're chopped.
I fucked with Hotel California heavy, bro.
But that, I don't know. Like Queen, I could have put them higher, but I don't know. It was hard.
Definitely put Queen above Eagles. Like way above Eagles.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, like albums.
I actually put the Rolling Stones at number 6.
Okay, that's definitely a solid choice. At number 5, I got the man himself, Elton John.
Sir Elton, eh?
Piano man, like fucking legend himself. Goddamn.
I need to get into him more before
He has a
get him in. I love his music. Like, don't get me wrong, I do listen to him, but I think I need to get more into his albums.
Yeah, that's the
put him in
thing.
my
He
top
has
10.
a lot. He has like 30 something albums.
Yeah,
It's
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. This is the top 5, eh? What do you guys got? Top 5.
I got Pink Floyd at 5.
Okay.
I actually have The Who
Okay.
at number 5.
Solid choice. I got Pink Floyd at number 4, actually.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually do too.
Yeah?
Yeah, I put some Pink Floyd heavy. Dark Side of the Moon. Wow.
One of the greatest of all time. I don't care. What do you got?
I had 4. I had the Eagles.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
For sure.
They weren't 1, but they were close.
At number 3, I have Led Zeppelin. That was
Really?
yeah.
Led Zeppelin 3.
Yeah, that was the spot I went with.
It's a good, yeah. They're top 3, 100%. What do you got, John?
The Who.
Oh, okay.
Great choice. Great choice.
They had to be high on my list.
At number 3, I got Queen.
Okay. For sure.
I love
See,
Queen, man.
yeah, I got Queen at number 2.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I thought that was like
Yeah, you
That was
fucked with
pretty-
Queen
that
heavy.
was pretty easy
yeah,
for
that's
me,
a good
yeah.
pick for you.
Yeah. At 2, I got the Beatles.
At number 2?
2, yeah.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that one. I got Beatles at number 2.
Yeah.
yeah. And
sir.
you know, well, you could probably guess it. I got Beatles at number 1.
And then me and Liam got Zeppelin.
Zeppelin,
at
yeah.
1,
There you go.
See, I go back and forth with this list all
So
the
do
time,
I.
even with rappers,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
It's
and-
just so hard to, like,
Name 1.
Yeah,
Choose.
and I'll be putting all of our top 10s into our the highlights section on our Instagram, but they maybe change around. I don't know, because like
it changes constantly,
you
bro.
really
It depends
can't,
what you're
like-
feeling during the week.
you really can't. Yeah, like
Yeah.
in the moment, like as I was saying it, I wanted to move Pink Floyd up, but I didn't. But like
It's Pink
hard.
Floyd,
it's
yeah.
just I don't know.
It's tough.
Yeah, that was definitely a tough list. I think these top 10s will get a little bit easier as we go on. As we get into more broader topics and not like, who's the best artist of all time to ever exist. Yeah, so... So thank you for tuning in to the Ferda Tunez podcast for episode 3. Next week we have our first official guest, a very good friend of ours, Matthew Zeitler, is coming in to talk about about his music, his new EP he dropped recently. And, we'll just chop it up. It'll be a great time.
Yeah, go check out his EP before the episode, because we're going to go into it.
Yeah,
100%.
Right?
It's called Distortions. You can find it on Apple Music, Spotify.
4-track EP. It's not too long.
It's amazing, man.
It's a good It's a
great
good EP.
beats, great vocals.
Production's good.
Yeah.
Definitely check it out. So, yeah, if you haven't already, get us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, at Ferda Tunez with a Z. We'll be getting new episodes out every Friday by 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so check us out for that. The weekly schedule is up, baby. We're getting fucking going. So, thank you again for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next week.
Let's fucking go, boys.
Woo!